Welcome everybody. Wednesday, just with the check-in. All right, find your way to wherever is a comfortable seated position for you. It can be on the floor, can be on the chair. You can even start lying down if you want. If you're lying down, I recommend something called Constructive Rest, which is lying all the way down your back, soles of your feet on the floor, and bring your knees together. Let your knees kind of hang in together and just see if that is comfortable for you. If it's not, just come down to Shavasana or sit up in easy pose, whatever you like. If you're on your chair, wiggle the soles of your feet until they're on the floor. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose. Anybody feeling their intercostals today? I did the intercostals in my corporate class this morning, and everybody's like, oh wow, all these intercostals. So it's kind of cool. Just take a few exhales to arrive. And close your eyes. Begin to breathe through your nose. Go through whatever your process is to arrive. And you shouldn't feel like you're going to arrive immediately. It's a practice. It's not easy to go from the rest of your day into focus and stillness and all those things. If you need to like stand up and do a few things or whatever happens, just do your process so that you can devote your 45 minutes to yourself and your breath and your body. We'll continue with our work of inhabiting this morning and this afternoon. So begin to inhabit your body using your breath. And by that, I just mean kind of using your breath as a detective. If you've taken public classes from me, you've probably heard me say this before. I like to think of your breath as a sort of detective. So let your breath sort of wander through your body. It does that anyway, as we've already discussed. So it goes in through your nose, and there's some clear areas that it wanders through, wanders down your throat, wanders down and divides up and goes sideways around here, and then it goes then to every cell of your body, top to bottom, through your blood. So in a way, it is kind of like a little detective. You can send it everywhere, see if you find any, and it brings your awareness with it. And your awareness is, of course, your brain, your central nervous system. Your central nervous system is your brain and your spinal cord and your nerves. So it brings all your awareness down to these parts of your body. So just wander through your body with your breath. Find anywhere that is holding or tense. It might take some time for you to discover what that actually means in your body. What does it feel like? For me, it feels like a little bit like elastic bands. There might be like an elastic band somewhere that's just a little tighter than relaxed. And see if you can just release it like an elastic band. And our bodies are always alive. So there's always going to be some tone. And that's the trick of this, is to figure out what the difference is between just normal tone and actual holding. So one way to think about that is if you're doing a push-up and you feel your bicep, that's like holding, that's like tension in your muscle, right? But then if you just sit like this, you might be just having a bit of tone, say in your belly or in the muscles of your back here are kind of toned and holding you up. So take a few more inhales and exhales through your nose to find that balance between tone and release. And there's some things that can be perfectly soft here while you're sitting, like your pelvic floor can be perfectly soft here. Does not need to be held or toned in any way. And one of the things that happens in sympathetic tone, so when we think that we have to mobilize, do something, react to an emergency, all those things, is it tone. That's one of the things that our body does. It tones, the nervous system tones up the muscles, gets them ready to roll, gets them ready to do some activity. But when you're sitting like this, you don't need to. So, and it's a circular relationship. If you release those muscles, then it will release your nervous system as well. And vice versa. If you find a way to release your nervous system, it will release the muscles. So one way is with the breath that we've been practicing. Find your softness. One last breath. And let's practice astronaut breath now. Inhale 3, hold 4, exhale 7. Let's go down the stairs with astronaut breath today. Inhale 3, hold 4, exhale 8. Remember, you have to be careful with your breath here as you lengthen your exhale. Inhale 3, hold 4, exhale 9. Inhale 3, hold 4, exhale 10. It's going to get funky here. Here we go. Inhale 3, hold 4. If it gets to be too much, just stay wherever you are. Exhale 11. Inhale 3, exhale 4. Exhale, sorry, hold 4, exhale 12. We're running out of air at the end. Inhale 3, hold 4, exhale 13. Save your air. Return your breath to normal. So that was a little bit of a challenge. We're going to do that again. Going down the stairs with astronaut breath. Notice if it made you out of breath or dizzy or anything like that, any effects. Just notice as you take normal breaths in and out through your nose. And this time you might want to adjust and not go with us or with me. Maybe you want to just do your own thing. Start at the top, lengthen. Notice any results though. Just notice right now there should be some results, maybe a little bit of excess saliva production, maybe your body's softer, maybe you're able to soften your pelvic floor without trying so hard, maybe your biceps are softer, or other results like maybe you're anxious or breathing quickly. Any of those results are good results, but just notice that if you are having positive results, you want to do this again. If you're having negative results, you might just want to wait or just stick at what you were doing for the very first breath. It's your exploration, your breath, your tools. You get to explore. Here we go. Let's go from 7 to 13. Here we go. Inhale 3. Hold 4. Exhale 7. Inhale 3. Hold 4. Inhale 3. Hold 4. Can you see my fingers on my leg? Exhale 9. Inhale 3. Hold 4. Exhale 10. Inhale 3. Hold 4. Exhale 11. Inhale 3. Nice bright inhale. Hold 4. Exhale 12. Almost there. Inhale 3. Deep inhale. Hold 4. Exhale 13. Here we go. Breathe normally. Notice if you need a little extra oxygen, what happened there. Did you notice my fingers on my knee? I've just been practicing piano, and I just remember so many years ago, the nuns teaching me to lift my fingers with the practice, lifting my fingers. And that's what I do sometimes to count my breath on my knee. I lift my fingers one at a time. It's easier to keep that going. It's a lot easier for me than doing this, which I sometimes do. It's easier for you if I have my hands up. But if you count on your knee by lifting your finger, sometimes that's an easy way. So you get to decide. You can also hit your knee like a metronome, or you can use your heart as a metronome, or you can just count. All right, let's come back from our breath work. Just notice your ribs. Just check in with the ribs and shoulders. Take a few deep breaths. And now direct your breath into your belly. Yesterday we breathed a lot in our chest, and I'd like to direct the breath into the belly now. Just a little deeper than you normally would breathe. In and out through your nose. Let's move into our sun salutes. I'll do the first one up close here. I don't think I've ever done it up close, so that might be interesting. What I'll do is the way I did it this morning for my corporate class, I did one seated, and then one with the lunges, and then one standing. So let's go. Bring your hands to your lap, nice long spine, soften your face, smile your face. Come to standing if that's what you'd like to do. And remember, if you have an injury, you can still do all of this. Just have to modify a little bit. I think I showed some modifications yesterday. Inhale overhead, fill your rib basket, fill your belly. Sorry, let's not focus on the rib basket. We did enough of that yesterday. Let's focus on the belly. Exhale, fold, empty the belly. First forward fold, make it slow and smooth and sinewy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, second forward fold, long, big exhale, soften the belly. Inhale your right knee up. Step back with your right foot, exhale, fold, forehead towards knee. Inhale, long spine. Ripple your spine up long, find lots of space. Exhale, neutral. Downward facing dog if you're on the floor. Inhale, ribs through. Exhale, belly button back. Inhale, step forward with your right foot or pull your left knee up towards your face. Exhale, drop down, lunge. Inhale, long spine. And everybody, forward fold now. Step up with your left foot if you're standing. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful, delicious forward fold. Uses everything in your whole body, legs and arms and shoulders and neck. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Scoop the air, come on up. Belly here, exhale, neutral. Beautiful. I love watching Marcia. She's in bright orange today. So awesome to see a sun salute with bright orange. Inhale, overhead. Belly breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, long spine. We're slowly going to speed up here. Exhale, dive. Inhale, left knee up or step back with your left foot. Exhale, curl. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, neutral, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple through, up dog, cow pose. Exhale, down dog, cat pose. Step up with your left foot or pull your right knee in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Anticipate long, long forward fold. Extend your legs, step up if you're on the floor, and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Scoop the floor, up we go. Finished our first one. Beautiful job, everyone. Exhale, neutral pose, mountain pose. I'm gonna move back to the chair and I'll do the one with the lunges now. Loving my new system. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Use your back muscles. Feel your back muscles getting stronger every single day. I do. Exhale, fold. Turning to the right into a right lunge. Step your right foot back if you're standing. Exhale, drop down. You've got your right knee into your forehead here if you're seated. Big inhale, long spine. Exhale, return to neutral, downward facing dog if you're on the floor. I have my knees spread in this version just because I find I like what it does to my inner thighs. Inhale your belly button, forehead forward, stretch your throat tissue. Exhale, belly button back. Turn left for the lunge. Step your right foot up if you're on the floor and drop down into your lunge. You've got your left foot in if you're seated. Drop down, exhale. Big inhale, long spine. And now we're going towards our forward fold. Everybody forward fold. Step your left foot up if you're standing. Exhale, forward fold. Big inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Use your belly, use your back. Long, big breath into your belly. Half done. Let's not pause. Let's keep going. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive. Shoulder blades move easily across the fascia of your back. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. So left side this time. Left knee comes up to your forehead, or we turn left, or you step back with left foot. And exhale, down deep into the lunge. Pull your forehead towards your knee. Big inhale. Right psoas stretch here. Exhale, neutral pose. Down dog if you're standing. Beautiful. Sasha's going through chaturanga here. Inhale, belly button forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, Sasha taking off her clothes. Exhale, cat pose. I forget where we are. Turn right. Exhale, right knees in. Exhale, down. Big inhale. Going to our forward fold now. Gently come towards center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fluid, dive forward. Finding grace here every day. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, neutral. Last one, standing. Here we go. Let's make it a little faster. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. You can still be seated. Choose any variation you like. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back with your right foot. Big lunge. Pull your knee in. If you're seated, right knees up. Exhale, down, forehead to knee. Big inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, neutral pose, downward facing dog if you're standing. Inhale, ripple forward if you're standing. Cow pose, seated. Exhale, downward facing dog, cat pose. Left knee is going to come up if you're seated. Right foot comes forward if you're standing. And then exhale, curl down, drop down, psoas stretch if you're doing the lunges. Big inhale. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Big inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, neutral. Take a rest, just that one breath of rest. Other side, left leg is moving first. Same beginning. Breathe into your belly. Exhale, belly soft. Inhale, long spine. Fingers on legs. Spine parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left knee up this time or left foot back. Exhale, curl. Big inhale. Put your hands on the ground, step back, downward facing dog, neutral pose in the chair. Inhale, ripple forward, upward facing dog or cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog or cat pose. And this is where it gets different. If you're seated, right knee comes up. If you're on the floor, left foot comes forward. Inhale. Exhale, drop down, right psoas stretch. Big inhale. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold, everybody. Big inhale. Big exhale. Cascade forward. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. Release your palms onto your legs. Palms face the ceiling, fingers relaxed and curled. Take a breath, take a break. If you're standing, stand in mountain pose. Let's go back to some of our standing poses now. Flutter your eyes open. We haven't done them in a while. Step your right foot forward and your left foot back for warrior two. If you want to be standing, you can do standing. It's pretty hard to do this one seated on the floor, but you can just take a seated stretch. If you're in the chair, right knee is bent, left leg is strong and straight. Find all your toes, place them back down on the floor, extend your arms parallel to the floor, take a breath. Relax your fingers, let them be strong. Remember we talked about tone. Find a little bit of tone, but not too much. Just enough to be alive, but not rigid or shaking. Take another breath here. Let's reverse this warrior now. Place your back hand on your top of your back leg and inhale your arm up overhead, stretching out intercostals, left hip. Take a big breath. My right bum cheek is on the chair a little more than my left bum cheek. Fold your right arm, place it on your knee, and swing your left arm around in a big long diagonal. Deepen your breath. Maybe look at your left fingertips. Take a breath. If you want, you can bring your right arm all the way down to the toes and reach your left arm up. Take a few good breaths here. Lead your body up with your left arm. Come back into warrior two. And then use your arms to scoop your legs in. If you're standing, just come into goddess. Take a breath here in goddess. And get symmetrical. Other side. Wiggle your left leg over. Find your way towards warrior two on the other side. Extend your right leg long. Take all your toes up and then down onto the floor. Once you get your hips centered, center your shoulders over top. Extend your arms. Liven up your fingertips. Check in with your arms. You can even turn your palms up to the ceiling if you want to just check and see if your hands are still kind of alive. Take a couple of breaths. Looking over front fingertips. Take a big inhale here. Warrior two pose. Very strong pose. Put your back hand on your back upper leg and lift your left arm towards the sky. Exalted warrior pose. Might be the first time we've done this on the chair. Take a couple of breaths. And then drop your left elbow to your left upper thigh. Swing your right arm around in a big diagonal and move it away, as far away from your right baby toe as you can. Get a big long line. Imagine I'm pulling on your right finger, your third right finger, pulling a deep, deep, deep long line, pulling the fascia of your body. And we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold here, everyone. So if you're on the mat, turn your toes to the long side of the mat. If you're on your chair, spread your legs apart, maybe come back a little bit so you don't fall off, and exhale, forward fold. Now, if you don't want to go as deep here on the chair, your left feet can just be hip width apart. You can even support your torso with a pillow if you don't want to go down too low. Take a few breaths here. Really working out inner thighs, adductor muscles. My hands are on my legs here to give me support, but if you've got the flexibility, your hands can be on the floor. They can even be on a pillow or a block here. Take a few good breaths, and remember that breath as detective thing. Send your little detective breath to your inner thighs. Just check it out. How's it going in there? Send it to your pelvic floor, inner thighs. One more breath. liven up your ankles and heels and belly and push your way up to seated. Bring your hands to your hips and your knees spread in goddess pose. Bring your arms up into goddess arms. So your upper arms are parallel to the floor. Fingertips are pointed up towards the ceiling. Jazz hands. This is what it looks like standing up. Goddess pose. And here we go. Inhale up a little. Exhale down. This is what it looks like in the chair. Push into your feet. Inhale up. Your body doesn't move too much. It moves a little bit. Exhale down. I think it's even harder in some ways in the chair. Inhale up. Push into the floor evenly with both feet. Exhale down. Bring your hands, your arms all the way parallel to the floor. Inhale last time. Push into the floor. It's a weird feeling. Great for your pelvic floor. Exhale down. Bring your knees together. Stand in mountain pose or seated neutral. Take a breath. One more resting breath. Let's get our hips moving a little bit. I'd like to do just the IT band stretch first. So if you want to come up out of your chair, I'm just going to move this. Anybody ever notice they say yer a lot, like Y-E-R? I think that must be a maritime thing. I'm going to come to the side of my chair. We've done this lots before. This is an IT band stretch. And step your outside foot over your inside foot. So you can just do this without a chair if you want. You can do it in the center of the room. And this is the sort of conventional runner's IT band stretch, just with a forward fold. But we're going to do a little bit more than that. We're going to come over. Oops. We're going to come over to one side. And if you're on the chair, it looks like this. And a chair really gives you the ability to push your hip out. I'm trying to say your instead of your. Push your left hip out away from the chair, or whatever hip is away from the chair. Push, 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 push it long. Take a big deep breath. Come to center. We'll do the forward fold after. Switch sides, walk around to the other side of your chair. Step over with your outside foot. Inhale your arm up. And exhale, fold. Use your chair. Really lean on your chair or your sofa or whatever you got, your wall, whatever it is. Really lean on it because you can get more of an IT band, more of a hip stretch here. This can be as deep or as gentle as you like. It's quite intense in the center of the room because you're using your belly. If you've got your chair, you're not using your belly so much. Last breath. If you want to do this standing in the middle of the room now, come forward, forward fold. If you want to go back to your chair, cross your legs, extend them, and forward fold. See how that feels different from your normal forward fold. Take a breath. If you're standing in the middle of the room, switch your legs. If you're on the chair, switch your legs, come up and back down. Exhale, fold, belly breathe. Big breath. One more breath. There can be a little bend in your knees if you like, or your knees can be quite straight. Tune into the back of your knees, your hamstrings, the sides of your hips, sides of your thighs. Gently work your way up. Extend your legs, shake them out. Take a breath. Few little flutter kicks here. Shake out your whole body, your neck, your shoulders, your legs. I will move on to the next thing. So bend one knee a lot, straighten the other. You can do this on the floor if you like. You can do seated tree, bring your knee up. This is a bit harder to do in the chair, but it's possible. If you want to come back in your chair, I have a nice big chair, so I can come all the way back and do seated tree here. But if you just have a regular chair, you're just going to want to bend one knee and straighten the other. Now bring your torso over the straight leg. Take a breath. Turn your whole torso, so your sternum, the area right between your breasts, that bony area, is coming towards your knee. Wherever you are at this point, it doesn't have to be close to your knee, it's just moving towards your knee. Take a breath, belly breath. Feel the stretch and the tug in the hamstrings. Stretch and tug behind the knee. Stretching and tugging around the hip, right hip especially. Well, if you've got your right leg straight like I do, whatever the straight leg is, that's where you're going to have most of the sensation here. And then inhale up. Switch your legs. I'm extending my left, I'm bending my right. And before you go down, notice your sternum, it's right here. You can even tap it. Your sternum is coming towards your knee. See how my sternum is going towards my knee? I'm really twisting my body a little bit and coming down towards my knee. And once you get to your max, wherever that is, deepen your breath, belly breath. One more deep breath. Last one. Exhale all the air. Come back up gently. Extend your legs. Kick them out a little bit. See if you can find softness here. And we're going to do a figure 4 stretch. So if you're on the ground, you can do campfire, where you bend both legs if you like. I'm going to take my right knee or my right foot and put it over my left knee. You can also lay back like Sasha's doing and take exactly the same stretch. So my right leg, my right foot is over my left knee. And there's a lot of talk and controversy about whether that right foot should be flexed or pointed. I like to do a little bit of both. But before I go forward, I like to make sure that my right foot is energized, just to protect the soft tissue around my knee. So play here, do a few ankle circles. You can butterfly that knee a little bit. You can even bring your right elbow in to push that knee out, whether you're seated or whether you're on the floor. See how I'm pushing down with my right elbow? I'm really opening up my right side. And then I firm up my right foot. And using your hands, your muscles, pull your body forward, just gently. Again, it's your sternum going down towards your shin. Take a few breaths here. This is seated pigeon. What Sasha's doing on the floor, we call that figure 4 or supine pigeon. Check in with your left foot on the floor. Make sure it's nice and solid and firm there. All the toes are on the floor. Take one more breath here. Can you go just a little touch deeper without straining? Make it soft and delicious. Shouldn't be painful. That's the upside to doing this work every day. There's never any need to go into pain or forcing or anything. You're just using the power of consistency. Other side. Shake out your legs a little bit. That's the beautiful thing about consistency. You don't have to be crazy. You can just do a little bit every day. Soften, let your body do the work, let gravity do the work, let breath do the work. Take a few ankle circles with your left ankle. Butterfly your left knee a little bit. You can do that with your arm or your hand. And then your elbow maybe. I'm pushing my knee away from my hip. Firm up your right foot on the floor. Firm up your left foot and a little bit of a flex, a gentle flex, just to protect that left knee. And then find your forward fold here. Sternum moves towards your shin. And this is an intense stretch, so bring that detective breath to wherever you feel it, probably your left hip, in and around your left hip, all that tough connective tissue and muscle of your left hip. Use your breath. Use your breath to explore. Can you find another few millimeters without effort? Just a little stretchiness. And then return back to upright. Wiggle out your hips, your knees, your shoulders. Turn your palms onto your knees. Face the palms towards the ceiling. Wiggle your way to the back of your chair till you feel something touch the back of your knees. If you're on the floor, come back into Shavasana. Place something under the back of your head if you like. And then use your tools. We did so much astronaut breath practice at the beginning of this practice. So maybe you can come back to astronaut breath, or maybe you just come back to long exhale. And remember, with each exhale, the body softens. Find those places that don't have to be hard. I think I've mentioned before that I do these nervous system snacks. I try and remember to do it when I'm standing at the sink, or when I'm standing at the stove, or when I'm standing at my standing desk, or brushing my teeth. Those are kind of my 4 spots. And when I do that, I try and remember I don't need to have my pelvic floor engaged to do this. My jaw can be soft to do this. My shoulders can be down while I do this. My ankles can be soft when I do this. My feet can fully be touching the floor when I do this. Feel the full footprint of your foot on the floor. My pelvis can be heavy right now. My belly can be soft right now. Soften your neck, your jaw, your tongue. Soften even your teeth, your jaw, your gum line, your lips, that little space between your lips and your nose. Soften your nose. We often flare our noses out in stress. Soften your eye sockets. Our eyes are often on alert, looking, seeking information. Let them be closed and soft. Smooth out that area between your eyebrows. Carry so much tension there. One of my little nervous system snacks is to rub copaiba oil in between my eyebrows. Kind of freaky, kind of makes it numb a little bit, but it really smooths that area out. Smooth out your forehead, smooth and soften your entire scalp. Soften your fingertips. And just notice you are in charge right now. You're in charge of your state. You have done the work and you are now in a relaxed state. And let's bring it up a little bit. Bring up the state back into our day. Power up your breath a little tiny bit, deepen it a bit. Energize your fingertips, energize the muscles of your torso, smile your face open, swing your shoulders back a little more sympathetic, get stuff done stance. Open up your eyes a little, open and close your fists, move your toes a little. Rotate your wrists, rotate your elbows. Take a few little random movements if you're on the floor. Curl your knees into your chest and rock side to side. One big belly breath. Thank you all for coming today. I really appreciate seeing everyone's smiling face, or even seeing your black screen, and I know you're back there practicing. So nice. Thank you all.